Hi, how you pals? Siskateer Mary here, live for the Year of the Year after party, and it is kind of an after party because I've got some music in the background. I am sitting at Universal City Walk in Orlando. My family is still on vacation, but I'm taking time out to do this because I'm really excited about our Year of the Year and the participants and the people I have joining me today who basically have literally been with us from the beginning, right? I know, Nicole, you started in January of last year.
Mm-hmm.
Kylie, I think you've done all of them.
I've done every single one.
It's like a way to go to Mary and Kiley, because those are the only two that have participated in every single month.
That's crazy.
Every single one. Serena
I started
in February last
February.
year. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry, guys, if my service is spotty. Hopefully it will be okay and you guys can hear everything. There are a few people here. Hey, Melissa, Laura from Disney Pin Love. Thank you guys for joining us. What we're going to do to start is I'm going to let each of you guys introduce yourselves, and then I'm going to ask some questions. And at the end, I have a super fun announcement that I'm going to make about Year of the Year. So literally nobody knows what the announcement is, not even my sister. So we will start with Nicole. Yes.
I'm sorry, I was pulling up stuff. So, hi, I'm Nicole. I have a channel with my family. You don't have to go see it if you don't want to. And this is my favorite swap because it does nothing but celebrate like creators or consumers that are being thoughtful or like challenged by what are you going to make that fits inside this realm. And like, I'm so excited to chat with everyone.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Oh no. Look at my ears.
Okay. All right.
Hi, y'all. I'm Kiley. My channel is Krazy Kiley 14, and I definitely love the swap. I've done every single month of the swap so far. So we're at like a year and a half of doing it, and I love the creativity, and everybody creates different years, and that you have the freedom to make whatever you want. There's not based on preferences. You can use the preferences, but you can do whatever you want. So it definitely makes those creative juices flow.
Awesome. All right, Serena, tell us about your channel.
Hello, I'm Serena from Serena's Sparkly Diary, and I don't know, I guess the exact same things that the other two ladies said. You know, I love being creative. I love making ears. I love receiving ears. I just like that it's a no preference. That's really one of the big things that I really like. So you get to be as creative as you want, and you get to interpret, you know, like ears just however you see fit.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to tell a little bit real quick. If you don't know, which I think everybody that's here in the chat already knows that, hey, Tony, that Year of the Year is a no preference swap. And that was one of the main things we wanted for it, was for the creators to be creative. But we added the Etsy creators, then that also gives the Etsy creators kind of, the Etsy purchasers kind of an outlet to just purchase whatever they want to purchase within that theme. So that was really one of our main things with Year of the Year, is to be creative, be inspired by whatever the theme is, and just do something fun, something you would love. Obviously, you can create based on your person's preferences, but we just really want you to step outside your box or outside your comfort zone. That's kind of one of the main things. So what we're going to do is I'm going to stay in the main layout while we talk, just so we're all kind of visible. And I'm going to let each of you answer the question, what made you want to be a part of Year of the Year? So we'll start with Kiley for this one.
So I joined when it initially started, when Mary first approached us all about coming up with this. And I wanted to join both to meet new people in the YouTube community and then also just to test my creativity. I just started making ears not that long before then. So it was fun to just test my creativity. And I've definitely grown over time on what I do for my ears. But it's just fun to see and try to make new things with the ears.
Absolutely. I will say I have noticed in everybody how everyone's style has kind of evolved over the last year and a half, and that's really cool to see how each person kind of evolves their style in ear making. All right, Nicole, what made you want to be a part of Year of the Ear?
I think you messaged me with this idea, and ear swaps have been my favorite thing for so long because I get to create and think of other people, but also like I get to grow my ear collection, and it's like I just want the unique little pieces of art. So when she asked, I said absolutely, and was just excited to not only create for people but also grow my collection of because they're so cute.
Awesome. I think, it just, I don't know who I invited in the beginning. It was very few people because I didn't know very many. So it just kind of has blown up from there. So Serena, what about you?
I joined first of all because I really didn't have any ears. Like I had just a couple of ears and I really wanted to grow my collection and I wanted to see if I could actually make a pair of ears. I don't even remember who my first person was, but I'm sure they were not the best ears and I'm sorry to whoever that was. But so I joined because I wanted to do ear exchange with other people to get more ears and obviously to meet people, right? But it's a way of creating something, and I've always been really creative, but I didn't really have a place to channel that energy. So that's why I'm still here with the ears. I love it.
Sorry guys, I'm struggling to hear some stuff. I don't know if it's my service or if it's just the music. I don't know. But one of the things that we talked about, Tony and I, when we were putting this together was the no preferences. And I know that we do take preferences into account sometimes. In the chat, I know there's a lot of people that participate in the chat. Tell us in the chat, what is your process in finding a pair of ears without a preference or creating a pair of ears without a preference? If you guys are in the chat, go ahead and type that in. And then we're also going to let Kiley tell us like how because I know you've done a lot of no preference ears, right? Like
I do a mix. Yeah.
Okay. So tell us how you decide which way you're going to go when you make ears.
So I do a mix of preference and no preference. It kind of depends on the month. Some months before, like the second you send out the theme, I already have an ears in mind that I'm going to make. So I start making them before I even get my person. So those ones I generally do no preference just because I already have like an idea of what I want to do. I definitely do preferences sometimes if I can't figure out what I want to do. I try to just be creative. Generally, it's like whatever I might see like a picture or something online that like sparks interest, or if I happen to go to the store and see a fabric that sparks interest, that usually is what I base my ears around.
That's good. That's kind of how I do it for most of the themes. Since I know all the themes like ahead of time, I typically have an idea of what I'm going to be doing because I'm setting these themes to ears I want to make. Basically, I'm like, I really want to make a pair of ears with a dinosaur. I'm going to do a dinosaur theme. Or I really want to make some sidekick ears. Let's make that a theme. So for me, it's a little bit different, I think, for you guys because I know what themes I'm doing. But I know this coming up year, I've asked for a lot of inputs in our chats for themes for the next year. So hopefully that'll be fun too for you guys to kind of see like, what themes you came up with that got put into the mix, I guess. Nicole, what's your creative process for no preference ears?
I think the only time I no preference the ears are really when it's like flower and garden and or food, like festivals or holidays, because those can't really come with preferences. Other than that, like, I love challenging myself to be creative within the theme and the person that I'm gifting to. So as soon as I know, I'm like, I have an idea in my head of what I want to make, but it changes just a little bit. Like Kiley's classic ears. I knew which movies I wanted to really use, but I needed to know what somebody liked to be able to put a spin on it. So it's
right.
For me, no preference is stressful.
These are the ears
Is
you
it
sent
really?
me.
Yeah, it is, because I'm so fearful of gifting somebody something and them not, like, I love creating so much, and that's 90% of what I do in my real life, like, is create. So when I don't have a preference, I don't want to gift to somebody and them just be like, opened my box. And I don't think anybody would do that, but I get really paranoid about it. So I'm like, I want it to be one of their favorites. Let's go.
Yeah. All right, Serena, what about you?
What was the question?
What's your process for creating no preference ears?
You know what? I'm like Nicole. I like that it's a no preference, but I try to go if they have a preference. Now, it's not always going to be that way, but for the majority of the time, I will try to incorporate something that they like. And now that, a lot of times I will send 2 pairs, one might be an absolute no preference, and the other one might be a preference.
Yeah, and that's a good way to do it. So Tony said like her fire department ears, Nicole.
Very much so. Like, I want it to be something, if you're not going to wear it, I just want it to be special. And I think for me it's different because I don't always have to go look for fabric. I can use fabric and will use fabric, but the process that I create within usually is kind of, I have to paint or draw something for you. Like, that's how I'm making it. So.
Well, I love like those special touches. We've got several people who are doing that now. Hey, Vicky. I received, which I don't have them on today, guys. I left off and came on vacation without a pair of ears. But I received some for the July year of the ear that were hand painted on. So if you haven't seen those videos, if you guys haven't seen the year of the ear videos, go watch them. I probably saw maybe 6 of them today while we were standing in lines for attractions, just kind of like pulling them up, watching them. Hey, Christine. Hey, Julia. Hey, guys. How are you guys doing? So I think that part of it is growing in like really creative, and everybody is not just doing all fabric ears all the time. And I think everybody's kind of stretching their limits on what they can create and how they can create. I know Kiley sent in March, in the out of the box month, Kiley sent a pair of ears to Tony that were made completely of clay. Mm-hmm. Like the whole set of ears was made completely of clay. Serena sent me in the out of the box month those. They were carriage ornaments with flowers and lights, and like they're just like, it's, to me, it's stretching what we would normally make for regular fabric ears, right?
Yeah.
So Kiley, because I mentioned those, what was the process for those clay ears?
So I had tried.
Is everybody frozen?
Christmas time. I had tried for Christmas time making clay ears for like candy cane ones. And when the theme out of the box seemed like that might be something to try, and go ahead.
Kylie is incredibly talented with clay, and if you haven't watched her for years, you need to go back and watch some of her collection videos where she shows you this Sully clay form that she made, because I'm surprised you don't work more in clay. You do so good at it.
Thank you. That was all from school, was a lot of the Disney ceramic stuff. But the clay ears, we have a house at the beach, and I was at the beach and saw our shells and was like, might as well try making clay ears that look like the beach. And that's kind of where the idea came from. And I just tried to do my best at using a different material to make something that seemed unique. I think we're losing Mary.
I think so too.
You guys are all frozen.
You're good on our end.
Can hear like sounds, but I can't hear anybody talking.
Oh no!
Is there anybody in the? There we go.
Did we come back?
Is there anybody in the chat that has a question about Year of the Ear? Anybody that is not a participant that's in the chat that has a question? Everyone is frozen on my end. I can't hear anyone or see anyone moving.
We are all here.
It's the joys of being live and in the parks.
Because I can't see anything.
Oh no.
So the problems. I'm glad that we're not frozen and that we're only frozen to Mary. That way it's not confusing like anybody else. And I appreciate you all for the technical difficulties we're having, sticking around and chatting with us. So do you have any questions about Year of the Ear? In the chats below.
I'll ask a question to Nicole to start something off. You use a lot of different materials with your ears. Like, what caused you to like try those different materials for ears? I know you've experimented with a bunch of different things.
For me, I have been creating ears for roughly 9 years. Because I am known in my local community for being a creator, and I'm constantly making things. We had a large amount of people that would come to me and be like, "Oh, I saw these ears, but they hurt my head, and I really want ears to go with this dress or whatever." And I'd start playing with it, and the easiest way for me to keep cost kind of down and have the ability to create like individual for them was the shrink plastic. So I really went with that, and the wires, I just kind of perfected the way I liked it and the stability over time. But it's other people. It's normally somebody coming to me and being like, "I saw this, can you do something like this?" Or, "Hey, did you ever think of making this?" And that's it. Like, it's nothing, no magic or anything. It's seriously just other people within my local community coming up and being like, "Oh, I'm going to Comic-Con and I want hey ears, but I want the person who voiced them to be able to autograph it. Could you do that?" And we go, "I'll try."
That's awesome.
I also am a firm believer that there is nothing out of the limits. Like, the only limits you have are the ones you set yourself. So go ahead and dive in, try. There's no such thing as failure. There is only learning curves. So, like, the more times you fail, the better you're going to be in the long run. And
that's true. I started experimenting with resin, doing resin ears. Welcome back.
That's so fun. I love all the resin ears that people are making.
Yeah.
And then there's one Disney Pin Love. What was your favorite monthly theme so far to create?
Ooh.
So, Mary?
Am I back in?
Yeah.
Okay. I can hear y'all now. I just had to.
Oh, good.
I don't
Awesome.
know what I had to do. My favorite month to create so far. Oh gosh. I really enjoyed the out of the box for March this year, because that really was something totally different with that hat. And last year, I don't know. To create last year, I think I really liked doing the sparkle, because I did those like foam sparkly balls for Val last year. I think that was really fun because it was a little different. How about you, Nicole?
My favorite, I don't know if it was like theme or my end result was the classic Mickey ears. I just absolutely flipping love them. And this year, in all honesty, my all-time favorite is coming up, guys, so stay tuned. But my second favorite is the pink because it was celebrating something not Disney and a huge thing we're celebrating. So like for me, having that personal edge was like, it was the cake.
In case you guys didn't know, both of those that she loved were sent to me.
Oh my gosh, I didn't realize. Yes, they were. But I love all the ears I send out. But
I love all the ears I create too. Like it's, hey Erica, welcome in. Kiley, what about you? Whoops, this way. Kiley, what about you?
I think my favorite ones to definitely make were the out of the box ones, just how like unique they were.
Yeah.
And then another favorite of mine was last month's for Sidekick, doing the magic carpet ears.
Oh.
Those were so cute.
I tried to do so many different things with them and try something new, and I definitely like the way those came out.
Yeah.
They were super cute. All right, Serena, the wrong way. Serena, what about you?
I think the out of the box one was probably one of my favorites. Like there's so many. Like I like the sparkle one. I like the out of the box.
Yep.
There's actually one as well that's coming up that's my favorite, and that's the October one.
Oh, well, I think those are going to be so pretty. Like everybody's going to have such beautiful ears, I think, for October's.
Yeah.
For October's. And I have something to talk about October later. That's one part of my little surprise. Vicky says her favorites to create were Sammy's of her cat Evie.
Yeah.
Were so cute. And like Nicole said, those had a personal touch. They were so not Disney. They just were personal to her, to Sammy. So that's really cool too.
I think that's why I liked last August theme was sports. And I know like that's not Disney, and I like that month it wasn't a huge group of us that participated, but everybody made them very personal, which I liked.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah.
They were. Does anybody have any of their ears they want to show that they've received?
I have a bunch of them. I can show. These are my sports ones from.
Oh yeah, there's your sports ones.
Tony made me these ones.
Yeah, I literally
got these ones from Nicole.
I have no ears. I'm sorry. Yeah, Nicole made those.
I only have a few with me, but I have my 2 Marvel ones from this year, like this month.
Oh, I don't think I've seen your video yet, Kiley.
I have last month's Sidekick ones with me.
Okay,
These ones
so
are really
both
cool.
of those are adorable.
And then I have this one, I believe, was dogs. And this, a secret that I found out when I was talking, I don't remember who made these, but they were actually made from like a baby onesie. That's why the fabric's so soft.
Oh, wow.
They cut up apart and put that together.
What a great idea.
Cool.
Nicole, you have any? Oh, you have the whole.
Yeah, I strung them up. I got some resin ears, some brave ears, some flamingo ears, some, Lunar New Year ears, some Marvel ears, some Cheshire cattail ears, which are super fluffy and fun. This is out of the box, and I love those. The hand-painted ones for my sidekicks were super special, and I got ones that sparkle, and I got classic, and I got another princess one, and I got some more Robin Hood ears, and I got some villains, and I got some Jurassic Park ears. They're so my favorite flower and garden ears I've ever gotten.
Serena, do you have some?
Well, these ones, I absolutely love these. These were the flower and garden, and then there's the pink ones, the pink. And my sparkly ones.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, I love these ears. Like,
Those
I
are
would wear
nice.
these. Yeah, I got these from McDork Pops. I don't know if it was, I don't remember if it was Christian that had me. There's one of them. Anyways, and I love these.
Those are gorgeous.
Yeah.
We have some extremely talented and creative people in this group. We also have a ton of people who just get the theme and they purchase like the best ears, like the best. It's crazy.
Yeah. And they're supporting small shops. They're supporting creators. And right now, with the world the way that that is so incredibly important because your purchase really is putting a meal on somebody's plate.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's one of the reasons why we decided to go ahead and keep the Etsy, because we had toyed with just doing creators this year. But a lot of times too, creators, you sign up for something and then you're like, oh my gosh, I don't have time. It's easier to order it. But we also wanted everybody to be able to be involved. I mean, you know, we want, if you don't create or you've not learned how to make ears or you just don't want to learn how to make ears, I mean, you know, we want you to be able to be a part. So I know we have some of those my Etsy girls over here in the chat. What Nicole asks us, what themes do you guys want to see in the future? Does anybody have a theme they would like to see? Kiley?
I know I said this in the chat when we did it, but like it's my favorite park, so like an Epcot related theme. I know we've done some of the festivals, but like even the different countries and like there's so much in that park that you can do.
Yeah.
So that's
like
definitely one of
showcase theme.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that would be fun. Nicole?
I have so many ideas, it's ridiculous. So like I just want to hear other people's because I'm like, I would like just the tree of life. Can we do, you know, just like years from this to this? Of course, I want more scaly things and animal related and or other parks, other fandoms. What other fandoms can you create? And maybe they're not ears. Maybe they're knotted headbands or maybe there's something just a little bit different. Because so many of us are Harry Potter fans. So many of us like other realms. Yes,
so
sci-fi and magic.
A sci-fi or magic theme. That would be really cool too. Serena, what about you? What would you like to see coming in the future?
Maybe like a best friend series. Like, you know, like put, you know, like Mickey and Minnie. Like just have some sort of best friend series.
Best friends?
That'd be fun.
That's a good idea.
Ooh, I would really like just Disney fairies. Just the fairies and their sidekicks.
Yeah. Disney fairies.
Just Gruff. Can we just have Gruff? Like, can I just have one? Just Gruff. Just me. It's okay.
We just need Gruff ears, please. Christine has a question. So if you go to Universal and you wear your ears to Universal, is it looked down upon? So I've been here all week and I have seen tons of people with ears on. Tons. They are wearing Disney park ears. They are wearing Etsy Disney ears. They are wearing Harry Potter ears. They are wearing Dr. Seuss ears. They are wearing anything you could think of. I mean, a lot of people here literally just have on Disney park ears. That's not even Universal related. They just want to wear their ears. So I don't think that it is looked down upon if you want to wear your ears here. Now, I was going to, and again, I just like completely forgot to do that. But Nicole mentioned knotted headbands, and I know that Erica, I don't know if she's still in the chat or not, but Erica had sent as her second pair of ears last month a knotted headband in the sidekick theme, which I thought was a really good idea as an alternative to making another pair of ears, but wanting to send another headband type thing. So I think knotted headbands are a really good idea, and that could be like a theme in itself. just, hey,
this
is knotted headbands, so go crazy, do whatever you want.
Or any other, other things, because I make little mini mouse ears that are on scrunchies, so that when I put my hair up, because my hair is up a lot, hats, just hats. Like, we could have one that's Mickey ear hats. There's so much to dabble with, and I love that other people wear them in the parks, because we go to our local Renaissance fair, and people have Mickey ears on. I'm like, all right, let's go. I love you.
No, Melissa, I have not. I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't even know that was a thing, honestly. But now tomorrow, because we're here for another day and a half, so tomorrow I'll be looking for crazy things and like treasures and stuff. So that's a good idea. Ear clips, like little clips, or like hats, ball caps with ears on them, like any of that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
would be like really fun to do. Does anybody else in the chat have a question? Do you guys have anything else like you want to touch on, something you want to talk about year of the ear? Yeah, go, Nicole.
I am not an intimidating person.
I'm not intimidated.
No.
I think that
those crappy flamingo ears. So
I love those flamingo ears. I think that, like, that's the thing. Be inspired, but if somebody signs up for this swap, they're signing up not only in part to receive a pair of ears that they're hopeful, maybe they're going to like, but really to be inspired or maybe inspire somebody. And, I'm not going to say, I don't want to be dramatic and be like, it hurts, but I don't want to be the intimidating person. I don't feel like that I come off that way. So I'm like, please don't be intimidated by me. Create and have fun, because that is what this swap is to so many of us. It's creation and fun and getting to know people's interests, seeing that you're not alone, that other people love Drax. That's what I learned from this swap, and I'm loving it.
It also is a great place. And so for me, I'm not picky about the quality of ears. So this is a good place for people to learn how to make ears and be in a safe group of people who aren't going to judge your first pair, or, when you're trying something new and maybe it doesn't work out. I'm okay with that. If you're sending me something that you're unsure about, send it to me anyway. I'd love to see your first pair. I'd love to see your first creation of resin that maybe didn't go right, or something out of the box that maybe didn't go well. I definitely think this is a group of people who, it's a safe group where you don't have to feel that way.
I think it's imperfections make it unique. The tiny little imperfections mean that somebody took the time and the energy to create this little ear art piece, and there should be, we're not purchasing ears from you. So for us to sit down and critique, that's not what this is about. This is literally about just have that fun. And I love all the little nuances, because I know that there's no other pairs like this.
Yeah, that's the same here. I love that. I love every pair I've received from anybody and everybody that is sent to me. And I love the fact that the majority of them, there's not going to be another pair like them anywhere. You're not creating those beach ears for somebody else. Tony's the only one that has those beach ears, I think that is what is most special and most important about this particular swap, is that they are all basically one-of-a-kind creations by friends, because we all get to know each other through the chats and become, friends with each other. And that's one of the greatest things, or one of the main things we wanted to do with this swap.
Yeah. I'm going to spotlight these ears because I absolutely love them. They're the pink ears. And Cinder Alley is the one that sent them to me. And I remember reading her notes saying it was her second pair of ears. And they are probably one of my favorite pairs.
Who sent those to you?
I think it was Cinder Alley.
Those are fantastic.
Right? Like, I remember reading the note saying it was her second pair of ears, and she was kind of nervous, and I'm like, girl, like, no, like, they're one of my favorites. I love them.
I'll spotlight the ones I just took off to switch, but these, I know Christine's in the chat, she made them for me this month, and she said in her note that these were her first time ever using iron-on vinyl, and like, I'm gonna bring them to the parks the next time I go. Like, they're awesome.
Yeah.
See, that's what I love about it. And people who think that their first and second pairs of ears are terrible, they're typically wrong.
That's right.
I mean, I don't even know how many pairs of ears, and I'm still nervous. Like, I'm still nervous to gift to somebody. I'm still nervous when somebody orders ears from me. I'm still, like, when you're being creative and you're putting a little bit of your time and yourself into something, it's going to give you, like, tummy bubbles. Yeah. But, I don't think that, it's not like it shouldn't be that intimidation. Like, I don't want to send them because they're not perfect, because you're your worst critic. So you're going to see the imperfections. Yeah. When somebody else sees it, they're going to see the beauty.
That's right.
Take 10 steps back and look at your stuff and be proud of what you're able to do. And like, even the people that purchase, just so much thought and intention. And that's probably my favorite part of this whole entire swap, is the fact that people are like, they're so innovative and inspirational. And
and I know for a fact, like, I know Melissa, she said she's an Etsy person, and I know for a fact that she takes time to really pick out the perfect pair of ears for whoever she's gifting to. Like, I mean, she'll message me and she'll be like, I've got so-and-so, and this is what I'm thinking about doing, or, hey, do you want to see the ears that I've picked? I think they're perfect for this person. And she's right. She always just takes so much time to make sure she gets what she thinks her person will like. And that, you know, that's kind of the same thing. It's the same thought process, or putting the same amount of heart into what we do as creators. Yeah. So, and I also love that this swap has inspired so many different people to start creating ears. Like, it's crazy to me.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I love it. What is Mary saying? Oh, she doesn't want to start her shop.
No, she just started it, and she's like printing off these beautiful little cake things that she drew. I think that you just have to kind of, it's like being on a roller coaster. You know that you're safe. You know that you're securely in there. So put your hands up and enjoy the ride. If it goes down, it goes down. If it goes up, it goes up. Like, and you'll find your people, and your, you know, Etsy for me is kind of, it's kind of hard sometimes to keep up with Etsy, but there's so many different avenues you can promote yourself with, but use it as an outlet. Have fun with it, and if it becomes something more and hits the peak, then great. If not, like, again, everything's a learning curve, and you just find what other people like and how.
Yeah. So we have this, when you asked about theme ideas, what about a DIY theme where you send each other materials for ears based on a theme, but the recipient creates and assembles their own ears. From that. That would be like a creators only, unless some of these Etsy purchasers wanted to get in and make their first pair. Yeah. And then Melissa says Christian from McDork started making ears for this swap. Y'all, if you've not seen any of his ears, he's phenomenal.
He really is.
He is phenomenal. And he just started like the end of last year. I don't know if any of you guys have received from him yet, but Tony received her Ursula inspired ears from Christian last year in December, and they were so cute.
I think I received from Christian, but I can't remember if it was Christian or Michael, but I know, like, McDork Pop sent me this one. Yeah. And they're so pretty. Like, but they're all pretty. all of them, right, they all are so unique that and that's where, like, even Etsy, going down the rabbit hole of, like, looking for ears for people, there's so much unique, amazing, creative people that you can find whatever you want. And if you can't find it, then you find somebody who hand paints or does something or prints out fabric.
Yeah, well, I know we do have someone in the swap who she purchases from another person in the swap to have the ears made. So she's using one of our YouTube creators to have, you know, her ears made because she doesn't make ears yet. But yeah, I find that everybody's ears are uniquely beautiful. Like, and it's so fun to see how different everybody takes every theme that we throw out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, seriously, the ways that we go with all these themes is very, very cool to me. I think you guys have really, really made this swap more than I thought it was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I love that even if somebody decides to utilize the same character or be inspired in the same way, nothing is the same. Like, a bow changes or the fabrics are all different. Like, we had so many Cruella de Vil ears at one point, but they were all so unique inside themselves that that's what's, even if you have the same inspiration as somebody else, the execution is different. And
right.
So literally was just talking about Kiley, and there she is. April from Thrifty Nerdy Mom is her personal ear maker. She does amazing. She does, and that's who I got mine from for July. So if you haven't seen them, she hand painted them for me. They're gorgeous. Yes, June was so many Olafs. That's right. We had so many Olafs.
Oh, that's right.
June. Yeah.
And like Nicole said, that like you can have so many of the same character, and like no two people do it the same way. Everybody does it in their own way, which is what makes the swap unique. Everybody's doing their own thing.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, Kiley says April just opened up an Etsy called And Lou too. So we'll have to go check her out.
Yeah.
And I wonder how many people come and watch, like, the swap that are looking for. I search for hours on Pinterest for ideas for all sorts of stuff, and all different mediums and stuff like that, because I'm a firm believer of be inspired by everything, and then make it your own. So I wonder how many people come in that are not participating and just silently watch all of the ears to gain inspiration for what's coming next in their Etsy shop or what's coming next to their trip.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah.
I also, you guys, we have the Instagram. It's kind of new. We've only been doing it for a couple of months, but I really enjoyed getting all the pictures of all the ears to post and try to feature everybody that wants to be featured. So if you're in the chat, if you're here, you want to send me some pictures of your Marvel ears, go ahead and send them over. We're going to start doing some feature stuff, but I'm going to go ahead and start wrapping it up because I know it's late for you, Serena, and I'm getting hungry, so I'm going to go to dinner. But one thing I did want to say for anybody that's not already a part of the swap, we are going to do a year of the ear for the viewers. So I'm going to create for the month of October. I'm not going to give the theme away, but if you are interested in receiving a themed pair of October ears and you are not a part of the swap and you do not have a YouTube channel, contact me on the Year of the Ear Instagram. I will tell you the theme for October, and I'm going to send 5 pairs of October themed ears to viewers, and they can open them with us while they're watching if they want to.
That's so good.
I'm starting with October because that gives me plenty of time to get it together and get the ears made with what I'm making for my person. So Christy says she has been incredibly inspired to make ears for her personal use. I've been inspired by materials I never would have otherwise, particularly dollar store items. So see, I love that. That's awesome. Oh, Meg has joined us. Hey, Meg, how are you? Welcome in. But yeah, so if there's anybody out there, I'm also going to put it out on the Instagram. And if you guys know of anybody, let them know. I'm going to do 5 pair. I know she's loud. I'm sorry. She's telling us it's okay to be without her mask. Nicole. Oh, she's going to put on Meg's ears. So if there's anybody out there that really just wants to join the fun but doesn't want to have their own channel or doesn't have a channel, contact me through Year of the Ear Instagram or through the Siskateers Instagram. Either one is fine. And let me know, and I will take the first 5 people, and I'll send you an October pair of ears. Obviously, you can open them as soon as you get them, or you can wait and open them with us on the date that we open them, which right now I don't remember what it is. So
I don't remember.
I'll have to message you that. I'll tell you the theme. If it's something you're interested in, then I'll get them out to you. And hopefully I'm going to be able to do that more than once.
It's October 17th.
Huh?
The 17th of October.
Thank you. The 17th is when we will upload the October one. I like to kind of keep the themes secret until we do it. Obviously, I post things on Instagram so that people see the themes, the day before, but I try to kind of keep it under wraps as much as I can for the viewers. So, anybody have anything else? What's coming up on your channel? Anything you want to talk about?
I'll shout something out because I know a bunch of people in this are participating. I have an ear tag going up on Tuesday, and then I know a bunch of other people are participating in it, just showing off a bunch of their ear collections. Doing the swap inspired me to kind of put it together because I've grown my ear collection so much. So definitely check out everybody's videos on that.
Yeah, I'm super excited about that. I think that was a great idea, Kiley.
I agree.
Nicole, anything coming up?
We upload so much that yep, there's things, there's swaps and tags and things and Funkos always, because Brad has a shopping addiction. But I want to say thank you to Mary and Tony for all of the hard work. No joke, sometimes these things are well over 30 people, and I have never gifted to the same person twice besides Mary, and that was actually because I begged her to regift her. It was, I did. I said, please, 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 I need to be able to gift you. But just the hours spent, whether it's a channel list or it's making sure people have their ears, making sure you have inspiration for different things, and then sitting down and making your own ears and sending them out amongst everything else you do on your channel. To have a swap is huge. To have a swap that is reoccurring almost 2 years now in the making is just amazing. Yeah. So kudos to you. Thank you so very much, because it is something I look forward to, and I know so many other people do, but I know it's hard work and I know it's a lot of time. So I really, really appreciate you guys.
Thank you. It is. Sometimes it is daunting. Sometimes I am about stuff, but Serena, you have anything fun coming up?
I try to post every Monday and Thursday. Now, since summer's hit, I've kind of been a little sporadic. I do have a swap coming up in August, and then September and October, that's when the swaps start back up again. But summer, I kind of just, I'll show a haul, I have a pin haul coming up, things like that. So,
well, that's good. And look, Meg has something to say here. Where did it go? There it is. There it is. Hey, Serena.
Thank you.
For us, we have our normal Theme Thursdays coming up.
Theme Thursday.
We're in DIY mode this month. Yes, you can't see the rest of it, but
I'm there in spirit with you.
And then we're in a swap at the end of the month. So, which we were blown away by what we received. So we loved it so much. So can't wait for everybody to see that. It was great. And then, you know, just our normal essential oils, skinny minis, nobody's losing any weight, you know, whatever type stuff.
Mary has a second channel if you want to see her family's adventures also. So just saying, magic.
I do have a second channel, and you guys want to know something really super interesting? I haven't vlogged yet since I've been here.
Good for you. Sometimes you got to live in the moment and enjoy your kids while they're young and like want to be there with you and just like be able to hold your husband's hand instead of holding the camera.
Literally. I did like a little, you know, some video of like the streets over here and like a character over here, but I literally I'm not, you know what? I'll make like one big long, all the videos I took and just put it into one and call it Universal.
Yeah.
So that's what I did, and I haven't even hardly taken any pictures. Like I think I've posted maybe 3 times since we've been here. We've been here almost a week now, so we're just really enjoying the vacation and just hanging out and having fun. You know, we have teenagers, so they're so much fun because they just are fun to hang out with. So, hey, Christian or Michael or both or whoever. No, Melissa. No.
They can be fun. I just want to premise that. It doesn't mean they're always a joy to be around, but they can be really fun.
True. But they've been good. We've had a really good time. So
that's awesome.
So I want to thank you guys all for joining me. We are going to do this again next month. Different guests next month. I may go with some Etsy buyers or I don't know. We're going to pick and choose, and everybody that wants to be a part of a live after party will get to be a part, because I think this might be something we do monthly. I just said no to the pins. Yes, Melissa. I've literally done no shopping, no vlogging, no pictures, none of that. Like we've literally just been riding rides. We've been to Volcano Bay a couple times. Swimming. I know I did do some like stories on Instagram about ping pong and swimming the other day, drinks by the pool. And that's it. That's what we're doing. I don't know. We're just trying to be different, I guess. So, but thank you guys for joining, and thank everyone for being here in the chat. It was a lot of fun. And, I don't even remember what we say. Oh, until next time, TTFN. Ta-ta for now. Bye.
Bye.